I said, and I did stand up to that, and I'm sorry. But let me tell you why I've been missing for a little bit. Alright, so as some of you may know, I've definitely gone through a bunch of, I guess you could call it, changes in my life recently. So there's a lot going on, which is part of the reason why I haven't been making as many videos as I want to make. So the big thing is, you know, I am now out on my own. I am doing photography and videography full-time now. I do not have a full-time position anywhere anymore, so I am working for myself. Now, granted, I do have a couple part-time positions that I will be using to kind of finance everything that I will be doing. However, I do not have a full-time job, and now this video making stuff is my full-time job. So my first gig is I'm actually going up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan for the next 2 weeks. It is Wednesday at the time of this filming, and I will be going up there on Saturday. We leave Saturday at noon, and I'm going up to film a documentary. So in preparation for that, excuse my messy house, please. In preparation for that, I'm watching a little bit of Expedition Overland to try to, you know, try to remember and give me some ideas for what I'm going to be doing. So let me show you what I'm taking on this trip. My Jeep is not going. It's just me as a videographer and as a filmer. So my Jeep is not going, but let me show you what I'm taking. So the first big thing is this Pelican case. So this has the Trek Packs system in it. So what I'm going to be doing, move that out of the way, I'll get to that in a second, is I'm going to be filming mainly with this camera, the camera that I'm holding currently, and that's the Sony a7S II. I'm also going to be bringing my, here it is, my Canon T3i. This is the first camera I ever bought, but this is going to be kind of like my backup camera and like my beater camera to put in situations that I don't necessarily want to put a $3,000 camera in. But then inside this case, I'll be putting the lens that's on this camera right now. I'll also be having this lens here, which is the Sony 50mm, if that's going to focus. Yep, there it goes. That's the Sony 50mm lens. It's a 50mm, I believe it's 1.8. Yep, there it is, 1.8. f1.8 on that. I have my Canon 70-300 lens. I'm not sure I'm going to be bringing this, mainly because I did rent the Canon 24-70. So I'll be using that on the A7S with my Metabones adapter here. This is my EF to Sony E-mount adapter. Also in here I have the cables and some memory cards for my Crane 2. There is a few 9-volt batteries for the onboard mic that I have on this camera. Some memory cards down in there. This is a plate for a tripod mount. I have a Field Notes notebook. I have a couple of ND faders that I'm bringing. This is a charger for my Phantom 4 Advanced drone batteries. What else do I got in here? I got some more batteries for the Sony, so I have batteries here. I have 2 extra batteries. I have 2 batteries in the camera now. I have a dual battery grip, and then I also have chargers as well and another battery. So I have 5 total batteries that I'm bringing for the a7S II and a dual battery grip, and that will allow me to control the camera if I want to tilt it into portrait mode. I also have I just got 2 hard drives for the trip specifically. They're just, you know, pretty basic Toshiba hard drives. Once it decides it wants to focus, there we go. Thank you, camera. So I got 2 of these. I have some ND faders for the drone. So those are screw-on ND faders for the drone, which I'll get to in a second. Lens hood for this lens. Don't really need that right now because I'm inside. But then I have 2 of these guys, and these guys are great. So let me open this up and show you what it is. Here we go. This is the aperture light. This is the AL-M9 light. These are fantastic little lights. They have a DC 5-volt charger right there. They have a intensity adjustment, and then this is the on-off switch. So it is adjustable. It does have a magnetic diffuser on top of it, but it also comes with some gels that you can put on it to either change the color, soften the light up a little bit, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. So also in this case is the USB charger for it, some silica gel, and then this is a cold shoe or hot shoe mount. It doesn't actually have any electronics in it, so technically it's a cold shoe mount, but that is what this is. And it all comes in this nice little handy carrying case. So I got 2 of these so that I can film whenever I need to, realistically, and it's going to be very beneficial to have 2 of these. So that's what it looks like. Here, I'll increase the intensity a little bit. So that's the max intensity. Bring it back down. And that's the lowest intensity. So these little guys are going to be great. Pretty much it as far as what's going inside the Pelican. So I'm going to go ahead and shut that. I'm actually headed down to Josh's house tonight. We're going to be loading up the majority of the stuff. I'm going to keep my handheld rig, which is what you guys are on right now. I'm going to keep that with me so I can do more filming throughout the week, and I can do filming of the day that we actually leave. I can start filming from the very beginning. So the next thing I have here, my Phantom 4 Advanced drone. So with this, I have 3 batteries total. I have all the propellers still. I haven't crashed it and broken any. I have the controller. There's some memory cards back there. All kinds of stuff. This is, you know, pretty basic as far as the drone. Not really too complicated. Don't really have too many accessories here. But, you know, I will be using this for the aerial shots. Michigan is going to be absolutely gorgeous at this time of the year. We're going to be there right in the peak of when the colors start to change. So if, you know, you Jim Gaffigan fans can talk about
the foliage! Let's drive by the foliage!
So I'm going to be able to get some really, really cool and really cinematic shots with this, because I have 4K 60 on here, and I also have 1080 at 120 on this. It's the same sensor that's in the original Phantom 4 Pro. Now they have the Phantom 4 Pro 2 that's come out. They also have the Mavic 2 Pro or Mavic Pro 2 or whatever you want to call it, which looks absolutely incredible. I would love to get my hands on one of those, but, you know, money. But, so the next thing I'm going to be bringing is this guy. This is the Zhiyun Crane 2. Used this at a wedding shoot a couple weeks ago, and I absolutely love it. I've used it a bunch of times. This is my stabilization system. I actually have a new cable for the Sony, so if you guys didn't know, this cable here, let's see if I can get in this spot with focus. This cable here, when you plug this into the multi-port on the camera and then also into the multi-port onto the gimbal, this blocks the HDMI output. They just released a new cable that I just got in. I just got it in like last week. Just got that in, and it is going to be awesome for when I want to fully kit out this lens, because I'll be able to actually run a monitor through an HDMI cable. I won't have to use it wirelessly through my phone like I currently have to do. So that's going to be great because I now have that other cable. So I guess I can get rid of that. So like I said, I do have the 24-70 Canon f2.8 L-series lens coming in. That should be in on Friday. I rented that from borrowlenses.com. I rented it for 17 days, so I will have it for quite some time, which is going to be great. I'm excited to see how it works with the Sigma, not the Sigma, with the Metabones adapter. I know that there is the Sony G Master lens, which apparently is a very, very good lens. It's also a very, very expensive lens. It's significantly more expensive than the Canon lens, and the production company that Jess and I own mainly uses Canon cameras. We're slowly starting to switch over to the Sonys, but we mainly use Canon cameras, so having a Canon mount lens might not be the worst idea, but you know, as always, having something that natively mounts to the camera is always best. So it's kind of this weird toss-up of what do I want to do, how do I want to work it out. And I also got to see how that Canon lens mounts with the camera on the gimbal as well, because it will be further out from the camera because of the adapter. So I'm testing that lens out on this trip. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know. Lastly, in terms of camera gear, one of the last things we'll be bringing is the new Hero 7. Chris went out and bought the Hero 7 yesterday, I think. So that would be Tuesday, or he might have gotten it on Monday. I know he got it this week, but he went to Best Buy, picked it up, and some of the stuff that I've seen with that camera is going to be absolutely phenomenal. So I'll definitely be having a review of that camera when I get back from the trip, because we're going to be using that extensively. I'm really excited to see how that, I think it's called Hyper Smooth, how that works out and how that looks. And apparently the audio is significantly better too. So we're going to be testing that out as the in-cab camera on Chris's Jeep. So we'll see how that goes. So other than the production gear, my only other responsibility was to bring some clothes. So I have that big duffel bag over there. That was my old football bag, but that's my clothes for 2 weeks. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm excited. Like I said, I'm going to be heading down to Chris's or Josh's house tonight. We're going to load the rigs up. I'm going to get some footage of that. But you know, we're getting really excited here. We're getting really close to the trip. It is 14 days. We leave on October 6th, and we will return to Maryland on October 20th. So we are all really, really excited about it, and we can't wait to see Michigan and everything that it has to offer and everything that's going to happen on the way up there and back. So, all right. So again, thank you guys for standing by. Like I said, I'm sorry. I know I said I was going to be making a lot of content, and I didn't. But this time I mean it. This is now my full-time job, so I have to be making a lot of content. So, you know, I don't really have a choice not to. So, thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you guys in the next one.